Real Stream Media News for Wednesday, March 22nd, 2017. First up, what is Fox News doing? They bench Judge Andrew Napolitano. Fox News pulls Andrew Napolitano off air after unsubstantiated Trump wiretap claims. Let me play this for you. I bet Shepard Smith is having a field day over at Fox News. All right, let me take you to the article. FBI Director James Comey, no evidence that Donald Trump had any type of wiretap done at Trump's hours, blabbering and running his mouth. But when it comes to the leaks within the Obama administration, the White House, he can't speak, he can't talk. Fox News has reportedly benched legal analyst Andrew Napolitano because of his claims that former President Barack Obama had used British intelligence officials to spy on President Trump. Napolitano, a former New Jersey Superior Court judge, reported last week that 3 intelligence sources had told him that Obama went outside the chain of command in order to surveil the president. So what is Fox News doing now? Hiding, sweeping it under the rug, hiding the truth? Hiding the truth? Obama would not have needed a warrant to authorize surveillance on Trump. Napolitano wrote in a column for Fox News. Sources have told me that British Foreign Surveillance Service, the government communications headquarters known as GCHQ, most likely provided Obama with transcripts of Trump's calls. So Fox News put the judge in the penalty box. Let me know what you think. Let's go to a few more headlines for today. Now, this article is quite lengthy, so I won't read it in its entirety, but I'll put the link below. Christianity in Iraq is finished, says Canon Andrew White, the vicar of Baghdad. Is that kind of like the Pope? He is one of the world's most prominent priests. There you go. But Canon Andrew White, known as the vicar of Baghdad, has reached a painstaking conclusion. Christianity is all but over in the land where it all began. The time has come where it is over. No Christians will be left. Some say Christians should stay to maintain the historical presence, but it has become very difficult. The future of the community is very limited. White told Fox News this week that Christians coming out of Iraq and ISIS areas in the Middle East all say the same thing. There is no way they are ever going back. They have had enough. 30 years ago, there were approximately 1.4 million Christians in Iraq. The number dwindled to around 1 million after the fall of Saddam Hussein back in 2003. And a year ago, it was estimated that there were less than 250,000 left. Numbers have continued to decline as families flee, and today, even approximate figures are difficult to obtain. A look inside the walls of a prison in Iraq and into the tortured minds of female ISIS militants held there. If there is anything I can tell Americans, it is that your fellow brothers and sisters are suffering. They are desperate for help, he said. And it is not just a matter of praying for peace. They need a lot of food, and I've touched on this before. They're starving. They need food, resources, clothes, everything. They need everything. For decades, Christians endured persecution in Iraq by hardline extremists as infidel people of the book, but their fate became significantly more dire in 2014 after ISIS overran Mosul and the many ancient Christian villages around the city. Thousands of families overnight were forced to flee their home, and while some have sought refuge in the northern Kurdish region, many have left the country altogether. And ISIS murdering Coptic Christians on Egypt's Sinai Peninsula over their faith. I'll put the link to this as well below. Christianity in Iraq is all but finished. And North Korea is in the news today, this morning, for March 22nd, 2017. Little Kim. He's probably throwing a temper tantrum. Does he have any family members left to assassinate? Here's a headline. North Korea missile test ends in failure. Missile appears to have exploded in midair seconds after launch, days after the regime claimed a major breakthrough in rocket development. Who do we have left in his family to assassinate? North Korea's latest missile launch appeared to have ended in failure on Wednesday. Korean defense officials said 3 days after the North claimed a major breakthrough in its rocket development program. The reported launch fails come as the North is angrily reacting to ongoing annual U.S.-South Korean military drills that it views as an invasion rehearsal. Earlier this month, North Korea fired 4 ballistic missiles that landed in waters off Japan, triggering strong protests from Seoul and Tokyo. On Wednesday morning, the North fired a missile from the eastern coastal town of Wonsan, but the launch was believed to have ended in failure, Seoul's defense ministry said in a statement. We'll have to see who comes up dead. The ministry said it was analyzing what type of missile was launched, but gave no further details. The Yonhap news agency reported the missile was believed to have exploded in midair. U.S. Pacific Command detected what we assessed was a failed North Korean missile launch attempt in the vicinity of Kalma. Commander Dave Benham, a spokesman for U.S. Pacific Command, said in a statement referring to an airfield in Wonsan, a missile appears to have exploded within seconds of launch, Benham said, adding that work was being carried out on a more detailed assessment. The failure might mean the missile is a nearly developed one the North has not deployed before. According to South Korean media, last year the country suffered a series of embarrassing failed launches of its new medium-range Musadan missile before it successfully test-fired one. American officials said earlier this week that the U.S. military expected another North Korean missile launch in the next several days. The officials said the U.S. had increased its surveillance over the North and had detected a North Korean missile launcher being moved, as well as the construction of the VIP seating in Wonsan. The North state media said on Sunday it had conducted a ground test of a new type of high-thrust rocket engine, which it hailed as a breakthrough for the country's space program. Washington, Seoul, and others view the North space program as a cover for its banning long-range missile development program, or nuclear program. North Korea is pushing hard to upgrade its weapons system to cope with what U.S. calls hostility. Many weapons experts say the North could have a functioning nuclear-tipped missile capable of reaching the continental U.S. within a few years. If they don't have it now, the North carried out 2 nuclear tests last year. Associated Press, and a lot happening this Wednesday morning. North Korea missile test ends in failure. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening. Enjoy your coffee, and I'll bring you some more news as the day goes on. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pastor Dave's channel, Real Stream Media News.